you will need some certain tools like these tamper-proof Torx, and I'll show you that later in the video. And also a steering wheel puller, and this was the one that we used, the 27019 OEM. It worked perfectly. And so anyway, we'll get started here. Okay, so start off by making sure that the steering wheel is straight. Then we're going to go ahead and pop the hood and disconnect the battery. Okay, so the battery is located right here. Sometimes there's a cover with the two tabs that you pull up to get to it. But we're going to take a 10mm socket here. I'm just going to turn this counterclockwise. And we're going to take the cable off and put it out of the way where it won't contact. If you'd like, got some corrosion building up over here, you can go ahead and just do it on the positive side just the same, so that there's no chance that we have any power going to airbag or anything like that. Okay, on each side of the steering wheel you're going to find the little cover right here. So you're just going to take a screwdriver and pop those off. Make sure you don't lose them. You're going to get one on each side here. So once again, those just kind of pop right off. Now to remove these screws that are on the inside of the steering wheel on each side here, you're going to need a T30, so it's a Torx 30 size, and it has to be tamper-proof. So if you look at the front here, there's actually a hole in the center of the bit, and it has to have that because there's a little nub on there. It's called a tamper-proof or security bit here, and so it will not clear and go in there unless you have the hole in the nose of it. So you're going to make sure you use that one so you don't strip this out, and go ahead and remove both of those screws. Once again, a T30, and it has to be tamper-proof or security bit here. Okay, now you can pull the airbag off. Okay, next we're going to remove these two clips that are on the back side of the airbag. Okay, so we just pop this little guy up with our pick. Do the same on this one, just get this in here, and the new one comes with new ones, so if you end up breaking it, it's okay. Just don't break it down at the bottom where it attaches. There we go. So as you see, you pull the lock up on it. There we go. So we just had to pull those pins out. Now the airbag is free. Go ahead and set it aside. Okay, so we're going to come in here and just pull straight down on this to remove that. And there's a little clip on this one. So you're going to take a screwdriver and just gently push in right here on this tab, and then pull that connector off. Okay, so we just pushed in on that tab right there. Just pulled that one off. Okay, next we took our T40. Okay, so this is another Torx bit. So it's like an Allen, but it just has multiple points on the top. And we removed both of these. I already broke these loose. You're going to just go ahead and remove both of these. Okay, next we're going to take our 19mm socket, and we're just going to put it right here on the middle, and we're going to break that free. If you want to hold the steering wheel with your legs so it doesn't spin too much, then you can. Okay, so there's our 19mm nut there, and the steering wheel is still going to be on pretty stiff. So we're going to use a puller that mounts inside these two holes and then pushes against the center here to pull the steering wheel off. Okay, so here's how the puller works. It looks like a chicken's foot, and so you're going to basically put a bolt through each of these sides here, like this and like this. And then you're going to thread these bolts into those two holes right there and there. Now make sure that you're using the correct bolts, because the kit's going to come with some that seem like they both fit, but you want to be able to turn it like this several times. If it stops after the first revolution or so, you're using the wrong one, and you can strip it out, and you don't want to do that because it takes some force to pull the steering wheel off, and if it only spins in there, you know, 2 or 3 threads because it's the wrong size, then you'll just pull the threads right out. So you'll see how this worked pretty good here. These were spun in pretty good, and you don't need to go too tight with them, just make sure that they're all the way in. Okay, next you're going to take this attachment, which is like a cone, and it's got to probably come in through the back here. And here's our thread. So here we go, we're going to go ahead and start threading this in. Once it gets back, we're putting that cone, we're just snapping it right on. And that cone just helps center it. But we're just screwing this in until it makes contact with the center of the steering wheel. Okay, so now see how we're screwing this in? It's going right into the center of that steering wheel shaft, right there at the front. And now, as we tighten this, it's pulling, using these 2 bolts, it's pulling the steering wheel away the more that we tighten this one. So we're gonna go ahead and crank down on this until the steering wheel pops off. So this is why it's important the steering wheel is straight now, because you want to have it straight when you're putting it back on too. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna hold this with my knees just to keep it straight. There we go. That didn't take much force at all. So now we're just going to undo these bolts again that we just did. Okay. Now, I have heard of some people just putting their arms behind it and knocking it back if they don't have a puller. Whether that works or not, I don't know. But now the steering wheel has been removed. Okay, now we're just going to feed these lines through the steering wheel. We're going to slide our steering wheel back on here, but we want this lined up. Okay, so these 2 lines come up through and they go underneath here. Okay, this little guy here plugs in right there. This goes back up onto here. There we go. Okay, we're looking pretty good lined up here. Now we just need to put our big hefty bolt back on here. We can go ahead and put just a little bit of Loctite on this. Okay, so I just put a little bit of Loctite on here just as an extra precaution. Go ahead and spin this on. I'm going to make sure the steering wheel is straight, and we're just going to tighten that down. Okay, so I tightened that down real good. Now we just need to put our screws back in up here and here. Okay, those are good and snug. That's the actual horn, by the way. Okay, and then these are color coded, so you can't really get them wrong. Orange is on the left. So we're gonna go ahead and just plug these in, and then we push the little snap lock down when we're done with that. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and put those in, and the clip goes down, in, clip down, and then we're just gonna set our airbag back in here. So you gotta line that up just right. Go ahead and put those in too. And before we get it too in, we're gonna go ahead and connect the battery. Make sure nobody is in the driver's seat when that happens, in case the airbag decides to fire. Okay, so we reconnected the battery, and I'm in the passenger seat for this. And it looks like it worked. Okay, now you'll want to turn on the car. Readjust your wipers. Alright. Everything's looking good. No airbag warning light or anything like that. Okay, don't forget your screws that hold the airbag in. Don't tighten them down too much or they will strip. And we're just going to go ahead and pop this back in and do the same here on the other side. And you're all set.